trying to recall the plot of Diablo 3. Welcome to another edition of A.B.I. recalls the plot of a game he only played the sequel of, but not the previous two games.
No, hold on. You did play Diablo 2 in preparation for Diablo 3.
We played a bit of Diablo 1 on the PS1, believe it or not. In preparation for Diablo 3, I played a bit of Diablo 2 and found that, wow, this game is very gray. I am actually glad Diablo 3 fixed that. So, here we are, Diablo 3. When the game begins, you and your heroes arrive in fucking Tristram again. 3 games later, and they're like, yeah, let's just keep rebuilding the same town on top of Satan's patio. This seems like such a good idea. We need to preserve a rich history of summoning Satan out of the goddamn grill. And I guess the reason why you're there is because Deckard Kane is sitting here, and fucking, he's literally the only quest giver left in the world. Otherwise, your heroes have no purpose. So, when you talk about, hey, the demons are a problem, Deckard, what do? Deckard's like, oh, well, the only reason I'm staying here is because there's, like, tombs below, and they have called the Herodric. And we need the Herodric scriptures, something or other, so we can learn to stop the resurrection of Diablo. And, like, okay, so you're gonna have to fight through the fucking graveyards and follow Deckard's very, strict instruction of where to go to activate the opening of, this big crypt where you fight, a big spooky skeleton king. And along the way, you pick up this very enthusiastic paladin man. I forgot his name, but I do know what he sounds like. He was very, very uppity about charging really high-level monsters. You remember that guy?
No, I don't.
Look at that monster! What a fearsome creature!
Okay, now I remember him. I'm gonna stop you right here because you are forgetting a very important main character.
Is it the kid? Or does she come in later? Because I know Deckard has, a granddaughter. Her name is Leia. Is she the one I forgot?
Yes, she's the one you forgot.
Okay, I was gonna get to that. But I remember her, and I remember her for a very specific reason. You'll understand why when the rage comes out. But yeah, you need to find the scrolls of something to learn how to stop Diablo. So you go down to the ruins, you push through, fucking rooms upon rooms of skeletons to get to the big, scary skeleton king at the end who's holding it. And, when you finally defeat him and you find the scrolls that you need, fucking somewhere off-screen, demons walk into Deckard's house and kill him. And you come back and he's gone forever. And you're like, fuck. Why didn't I stay a while and listen? This wouldn't have happened. And now you're like, well, now that the only quest giver in the world is dead, you have to start taking quests from his granddaughter, who's now the only one who can sort of decipher the Herodric scrolls and stop Diablo. So under her instruction, we have to leave Tristram, and I'm like, thank God. So we have to sneak out through these, I guess, underground caverns, this obligatory spider level cavern. We kill a giant spider and we head all the way to the swamps, and she's like, well, hang on, I can't read all these scrolls, so from what I know, we need to find someone else who can. And the only one I know who can is my mother, but I don't know where she is because she left when I was young. But it turns out, as you leave the spider cavern, you go out into this swamp place, and you're like, hello, Leia's mother's here, and she's a witch. Swamp witch.
What swamp place? It's fucking Tristram. There's swamps everywhere.
Okay, but I remember, a mountain after the spider cave that led into a swamp. But you eventually meet Leia's mother, and she's like, hello, I am a swamp witch that everyone hates. And the paladin's like, she's a swamp witch that everyone hates. We shouldn't trust her.
Oh god, it's Dragon Age all over again.
But the mother's like, yeah, if you wanna, I can figure out those Herodric things for you, but you gotta get a few things for me.
Of course you do, because this entire story is MacGuffin the MacGuffining.
Okay, yeah, I do remember that much, because, yeah, just MacGuffins everywhere. The first of which you have to get is the Soul Stones of Diablo's brethren. It'll totally help you read the scroll! And not in any way come back to bite you in the ass. So let's go to this desert and fucking fight mummies in a pyramid. And we're gonna fight Mephisto?
Mephisto, come on.
Was he the boss of Diablo 2? I don't even know.
You're just picking random demon names.
Mephisto was a thing, but you have to beat a demon there, and you take it at Soulstone, and it's like, yes, the heraldic scrolls are slightly more readable. Keep going. Then you have to go to some sort of city area where you go in and you meet with the king, and he's like, oh, hello, I will appear civil at first, and provide you aid to help find this remaining piece. But it turns out that I was the demons. And I don't even know if there's anything that happens in between, because it's just Dungeons and Dungeons and fighting and dying to a whole bunch of like crazy mobs and shit. But after you finally determine that the king was the traitor, you fight another big-ass boss, and the witch is like, yay, you got the second soul stone. We are so much closer to resurrecting my ability to read the heraldic scroll. You know what I totally forgot?
What did you forget?
Fucking, while this is going on, they're having a fucking discussion up in the heaven boardroom, and this angel named Tyrael is all like, hey man, I think the demons are up to something, and we should do something about it. But the other angels are like, no, but this would intrude on our lifestyle of doing nothing and helping no one. I forbid you from interfering with the humans. And Tyrael is like, well, fuck you, I'm gonna go anyway. And they're like, fine, leave your card at the door. You're not coming back. So Tyrael becomes human. And he's been helping you this entire time because he has the prophecy. He's all like, no, we have to follow the witch. And everyone's like, no, it's a bad idea. Tyrael's like, no, trust me. I'm an angel.
Okay, so you're on Act 3 now. What happens in Act 3?
We're in Act 3, and there's the castle that's under siege by demons. And you're like, well, the last thing must be here, because now the demons are getting all fussy. So we have to fucking break through the front line and just take a little toe dip into hell and find where this last demon is and destroy him and take back his soul stone. This isn't helping Leia in the slightest, but we have to listen to Tyrael. And we're like, yes, now we have all three of the soul stones. Leia, darling, please stand in the middle of this ominous magic circle so you can read the scroll. And to no one's surprise, the witch uses the fucking soul stones to summon Diablo back into existence using Leia's body. And we're like, oh, how could this have happened? Tyrael's like, did I make a mistake somewhere? Well, she wasn't lying. We know how to beat him, because now he's in our plane of existence, so we gotta get to him. But Diablo's like, it ain't gonna be that easy, because now that we're here, and I've got this fucking witch helping me, she is going to get me to heaven. So I'm gonna fuck over the humans and the angels. And when he fucking gate crashes heaven, the angels are like, Tyrael, this is somehow your fault. You went down to help the humans, and you did as angels do by doing completely nothing to stop this from happening. And you're like, fuck. Well, now that heaven's gonna get fucked up and Diablo's gonna become God Satan, we have to stop him. Do I have any more character-based inclination to help? No. Well, maybe we can save Leia, but, like, by the time you fight your way through, like, the angry angels and all the demons and get to the corrupt heaven tower, you get visited by fucking Leia as Diablo, and she is all like, hey, guess what? I'm damned for eternity, and my soul will be eaten. You can't save me at all. His quest is for nothing. And this is actually where I'm starting to get really mad, because Leia was the only character worth sympathizing for. And the only reason why you're on this quest, and now she's fucking gone. So the only thing left is, I guess I gotta beat Diablo because he's the boss. And that's literally all that's left. All you have is fucking Tyrael regretting every decision he's made. And you beat Diablo. And you save no one, because this whole story is fucked. And that's Diablo 3, because it never came back to Reaper of Souls.